Indian news ma kwaba assign the ba one kasa fidie so bio. Na maka trust before anything else na just a share na ebiem so kwa na wo subscribe to your channel no. What's the political news there? Never governance. We catch you sa pan put to forma yet. Na pan to forma yet there. Ane na nsɛm foforɔ bi nso asan asi. Benim sɛ wo de nsɛm ade ba nyina na ya na ya wote na ya wohwe na ya wofa nso so. Nti no nsɛm foforɔ bi asi a India news yan so pan ye to for me baby ati nyina chi no ye nsa atumi aka bi na yaso nso atimi atisa nsɛm bi. Yentie nsɛm member sisi a na mpanifo mpo se kakum no ye che no koku enum. De ba before that no subscribe to your channel no. Sabeka all other news fa politics one de opesa wote no ɛho. Itie ba ebe ba bia susu anso person de body no fa na de asie bia no so fa comment anso to ase ne yenkenkan informaw de ready na emeko yentie nsɛm mercy a utie no fa comment to ase ba de emfa nchemu no so ento aso yentie mra.
The Supreme Court judges release judgments on the ruling Vincent Assefoa nensem na wo mobogu ye say na Vincent Assefoa pese Chief Justice process na ye removing no yensan so ma Chief Justice no ombra no sa ruling no 4-3 ruling no the Supreme Court at the ruling no about the reasons why they ruled the way they ruled. Now me when I say ruling no I have the full document 81 pages because I mean I can't read the entire 81 pages here, but me when I say the ruling no baby a trend pa Justice Kulendi in Sembia wakan during the judgment no, and I want to read that part, and then if there is more time we'll read Justice Kulendi in his statement no, and then maybe in another video or more dissented you know you be read the reasons why they did what they dissented. Now Justice Kulendi can say, and this is why his ruling is trending. Or see fiat justitia ruat caelum, to wit, let justice be done, though the heavens fall. That was his opening statement. Now, for people who know Justice Kulendi, now, as someone make on say, or no, otina case so na oye ruling na, eya na nkrofo epese omo nkrofo train ni ruling because in some way eya wotro no nyansasem inti nkrofo nim ni for sa enyama no. So people are even tipping him say he has to be the Chief Justice. Nkrofo catch His Excellency John Dramani Mahama so person mo be Chief Justice or say Justice Kulendi no Chief Justice because the rulings there we read there obi say papa yi na adwemu da ho fine otie papa ne nsɛm a wɔka. I don't want to believe that Latin enokoti I don't know, but to say fiat no de here fiat justitia raut caelum, to wit, let justice be done though the heavens fall. Inti the beginning statement in an ortrel say yesi osura himemu form krana make sure say asembia da wenimu a udi ne pepepe. That is the beginning statement, and that is why he is trending. Say uye bibi na say osura himem yesi osura himem mbraso no osura himem form a make sure say ade na wo ye no odi adwempa ene pepepe yo ene eye bebia ewo se wo de to no wo de to emfa ho se osoro ahememu emfa ho se bibi si make sure se asem na wudi no wudi ne pepepe so the beginning statement no to wit, let justice be done though the heavens fall. Or say I, having been appointed Justice of the Supreme Court, do in the name of Almighty God swear that I will bear the faith and allegiance to the Republic of Ghana as by law established. No, Justice Kulendi, Yebefa no as judge of the Supreme Court no, wakantam ewo nyamidimu. Se assembly beba nenimu bia no, obeka no kware ewo assembly mu. No waka no kware no e de Ghana mra. Inti no kware no obehwe Ghana mra no na wahanya mienim no de aka no kware eye santam no na waka. that I will uphold the sovereignty and integrity of the Republic of Ghana, and that I will truly and faithfully perform the functions of my office without fear or favor, affection or ill will. Wakantam kesi atre Nyankopon. Ejuma na eda nanim no eno no behwe na waye. Wonsuro obia. Obeya hye nyame din enimunyam mu. Waye ahye oman ne nso enimunyam emu. Wonsuro obia. And that I will at all times uphold, preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution and laws of the Republic of Ghana. So help me God. Obe protect Ghana mbra. Ebe make sure say Ghana mbra na ewo ho no. On ma mesai no. Obe make sure say wo be kra Ghana mbra ni yie. Ti wakantam atre nyame say enu hu nti Nyankopon emmoa no no nye se adwuma no. Oye no call through. Obeka say, the instant application confronts us with a rather peculiar situation. One that requires us to sit in judgment of a matter which directly pertains to our distinguished sister, the head of the judiciary and the primus inter pares of all justices of this apex court. Osi asem we ababeto mwenim no, enya asem ketewa. Asem ne sun. Na wo mo anka so mu nua ba ye kan Ghana judges ni na wo ye judges penyi asem na ababeto mwenim sa no. Asem we esuma pa. And I admire his honesty. I say, hey, certainly this rather difficult task requires that we yet again remind ourselves of our sacred oath of office and our constitutional duty to act without fear or favor, affection or ill will. Now, so same we ababeto munim no. I was a judge be a watina assembly so no wakai say answer na wo be than Supreme Court judge no wakantam atre nyame ene Ghana ahonhom nina say asemi ababeto wenim no bedi no kware wunsuro wo bia say ye wo maame asem kra na ababeto wenim a na wo maame wendi asem no kware a wo be ma na tie ase say wendi ni yi. This is the time I was a judges ni na case no so no omo kai santam kese a wo mo aka no nti ono de wa kai santam na waka no. O see today that solemn duty calls us to adjudicate over the propriety of a process affecting the faith of the Honorable Chief Justice. And yet, it is precisely in moments such as these that justice must be most exacting, for we do not owe fidelity to persons or relationships, but to the law. Justice Kulendi Wati. Abomin sema majaji. Embre we ne wose ye kai. Se oyeye nuade, oyeye maame, oyeye penyi. Nanso embre we ne wose ye kai se enya se nipa kro we ye madamfo nti na aseme nye da mindi ma no. Embre we ne wose ye kai se ye kan eye mra ene wose ye dikasa. The law is indeed the law. And yes, we ye Miss Sister, me na ye adwuma o Supreme Court ntimi ndi ma na dabi. Na aseme nye de. Na aseme nye de. Ye be ma na ti ase se enye de. Eye embrano. This is the time I was say ye pick embrano. Ejai the relationship ane ye nipa kro ne wo. Mame mbo nsembiem. Justice Kulendi. And I understand why it's on social media. He's trending and people are calling, say he should be made the Chief Justice. They feel like the boldness with sa ruling ni introduction ni keke no in some waka no watre say yo bibi anokware da no ya de beto ho. And so he went through the facts and then went through the facts of the issue the facts of the issue on 25th of March, how the document from the presidency came out on the on the Chief Justice prima facie and all that, right? Went through the facts of the issue and all that. Okay, I'd want to read, so into way a fact, right? The fact of the issue. And then MPP4 case our modeba what you say. I want to read his ruling and probably maybe the reasoning for his ruling. The judges no, they need to go through a particular procedure. But we know the reason why I'm not reading this side is that we know these facts, the fact of the issues, no, yenim. What you say. Now let's read. Maybe if you are going to get his conclusion, because he quoted certain into Obabe Koti James Jachi question case kra ewom ati ase ekoti several cases or they making a ruling no, but I want to get the conclusion of the ruling so it will be summarized into Sanso Babe Koti 2008 case B Canadian Supreme Court in Sensem and all that ati ase let's look at 20. So bebre analysis our on the case, the reason why he's ruling that particular way, the case is our day a friend saying the case is nibi our day etwa no case is our year ruling no. So this is his conclusion, right? I want us to read his conclusion. This is his conclusion. I say it is on the basis of the foregoing that on the 6th of May 2025, we found out the instant application for interlocutory injunction was without merit and accordingly dismissed same. He kept it very simple. Now, what can say a basis on the analysis now or no intiana wabo asifanin sem no ego. If your conclusion is and you're keeping it very simple, that means we need to go back to the analysis. I didn't want the video to be long, but we need to read some parts of the analysis so we all get it. Because our see conclusion is say based on the analysis, no analysis so read here. So let's go and read the analysis and then understand. So all these pages, all these pages are part of the analysis. Okay, all these pages are okay. So the analysis starts from point 26 and ends at I think 60 something. So let's read the analysis. I'm not going to read all, but you understand. I see, in a constitutional democracy such as ours, the framers of the 1992 Constitution, in keeping with the doctrine of separation of powers, divide authority, functions and roles among the legislature, executive and judiciary. Each branch is co-equal and operates within its constitutionally assigned sphere. The Constitution establishes the executive, presidency, legislature, parliament, and the judiciary courts as coordinate branches, each with a realm of autonomy. The judiciary's role as a guardian of the Constitution must therefore be balanced against the need to respect the autonomy and functions of the elected branches. Analysis. No, he is beginning with the separation of powers. What he has here, and we've talked about that on this platform. Also, flowing from the separation of powers doctrine is the principle of non-interference as a general rule, which implies that each co-equal branches of government should respect the operational space of the others. The judiciary, in particular, is counselled to avoid intruding on executives and legislatures' domains except where constitutionally necessary and justifiable. The courts must be conscious of the vital limits on judicial authority and Constitution's design to leave certain matters to other branches of government. Similarly, the executive and legislature must also observe the constitutional limit of their authority. This means that the judiciary should not unnecessarily and or without constitutional justification interfere in the functions and processes of other branches of government unless to do so is mandated by Constitution. Once the MPP for always know one of or more cases are more raising the fact that His Excellency John Dramani Mahama move now will make he's interfering into the judiciary. Justice Kulendi started his analysis by breaking down the separation of powers. say yes obia woni tumi eni kwan say obi akoko didi bebia wo bi ye na edwuma nanso emra etumi ma wo bi kwan say emra bi sei no ko nipa kro no na koye we wo ne ho eno hu nti na judges no kra no eto de bia even with the courts say judiciary BBC or parliament ni ehena say de esi wo parliament no entwa yi a yetumi de court eno no emra kire say ya invite parliament say ya invite court say wo mra medi parliament nsem emomo and the MPP used it. We saw the MPP using that against parliament, especially when they wanted to pass the e-levy and the likes, especially when the NDC in the hanged parliament rejected the budget. Muniamokai, the MPP went back and then omo throw out sa budget na NDC for rejecting, you know, because MPP for court, no, they were inviting, and constitutionally, no, it is right. But initially, no, the Supreme Court is not supposed to come into parliament. Ejumemu. Into or threat and so what you say. So